we ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, sure. The love grow all around. For me they come a-tumbling down.
In the basement of a North London home, 20-year-old singer Wojo and her band are hard at work. They're just days from launching her first CD called Love Testifies, which she created with her ally and mentor, former Canadian Idol judge, Zach Werner. During the day, Wojo is Stephanie Wojtowicz, a science student at Western University. She's just one of countless young artists who are trying to break into the music industry each year.
The hardest part is getting noticed because music is so huge now, right? Everyone's trying to get noticed. So sometimes you have to have that one aspect, but what is it? What are they looking for? So it's really difficult to find that out. So you just have to be as original as you can be and be yourself as well. And hopefully you'll get noticed. It's all chance. It's all luck. I know people say, oh, I don't believe in luck, but honestly, the music industry is luck. Someone will be there, a producer will walk in, or some kind of promotional manager will walk in and be like, oh, I like that girl, oh, I like that person singing. And then they'll get interested and they'll start talking to you. Come on, baby, come on. Show me what you like.
Sarah Smith is an award-winning London rocker, singer and songwriter who has starred on stages across Canada and in Europe for more than 15 years.
I don't know how bands do it these days, because when I first started, it was cover music, and the bars were hopping, and there was people always in the bar packed, and you could make fans because there was always people in the bar. Nowadays, bands have to play to their friends and make one fan at a time that comes out with another band, and they have to follow through with that fan and hope that fan's going to bring out one other person to their next show. It's just a little harder to grow, I think.
David Martin was a songwriter and producer who worked in Nashville and Los Angeles before coming to Fanshawe College, where he is a production professor in the world-famous Music Industry Arts program.
For the kids to make it, I think it's just that passion and that drive to just work all the time. Like, these kids are up all night long. They'll be in the studio at 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning. They come into my class having not gone to bed. They're just working so much. I think it just takes push, push, push. One thing we try to do, we make records, but we've been trying to work on video as well this year to just to get some exposure. And the other big component is live performing. I think if you want to make it today, with the industry being a bit tougher maybe than it used to be, getting out there and playing is really important, because it drives your social media. And if you have music on YouTube, they're going to maybe see you live, go check it out. I think all those things work together and build a career. It's a little tough just to be a good singer. I think you have to be able to wear a lot of hats.
Baby, baby, I would rather be blind, boy, than to see you walk away from me now.
I really want to get up there. Not necessarily in the pop venue, but at least for me to get noticed and for me to play in different places, and I really want it bad. If music doesn't work out, I'll go into education. What I wanted, like I was mentioning to you earlier, I wanted to do an honors specialization in genetics with a minor in pharmacology, so there's obviously job opportunities there. I'll finish my degree, yay, right? But I do want to be in music more than I would want to be in the lab.
It is nirvana. It is euphoria. It is, your brain is turned off. You have no thought going into your brain. It's just feeling, and it feels wonderful. It really does. It's a connection to a different energy, something that you can feel when you're at peace, something that you feel after a full meal, or something you feel when you're hanging out with your family and everybody's smiling and laughing. That's the same feeling, the same vibe I get from playing music.
It's hard. It's hard to get to that, you know, Elton John status, or these, you know, these guys that just sell millions of records. It's hard to get there. What I think is, say like you go see Springsteen, and you know, you hear about he's the boss, and you hear, you know, he's huge. You go see him and you go, that's why he's huge. It blows your mind. Or those bands that are huge, typically you go see them and you have a religious experience, and I think that's a big part of it. You have to be able to go out there and wow an audience.
I think when I first started, it was all about who's going to come through those doors and see me play. Yeah, and it would excite me. I would see somebody in a business suit come in, and I'd be like, oh, they must be from a record label. But then I eventually realized that if you're never satisfied with just what you're doing, you're always going to be like a hamster in a wheel chasing something that maybe you won't ever get, the unattainable ideal, right? So instead of doing that, I just had to like take one day at a time, play the show, love playing the show, love playing the music, and if something bigger than that happened, great.
I believe everything happens for a reason, and I believe life is pre-planned. It's one of my biggest beliefs. I believe that if you want something so badly, that you'll get it. No matter how, you have to obviously work hard. You can't just sit there and be like, oh, I really want this bad, and just sit there. You have to do things towards that goal, but if you really want it, you'll eventually get there.
Yeah, I think that it's just meant to be. If you're meant to be in that position in your life, you will get there. And I think that it is luck. I think it is just your path, what your journey is. If you're meant to be on that journey, that's where you'll end up. I have no bitterness for the level of music that I'm at, the level in my career. I have no bitterness because I feel like my climb has always been a nice slow climb, but I also feel like now in my life I'm ready for a bigger stage. I'm ready to take this to a bigger level. I don't think I ever was ready, but now I'm ready. So bring it on. I'm ready now.
What I'm seeing is London is becoming it's almost, do you remember like Athens, Georgia back in the day when the B-52s and REM and those groups are coming out of that scene, and I think with Fanshawe and the MIA thing, these bands are staying here. Another band, Texas King, a really cool band. They're just staying here, and they're starting to tour around this area, and there's a whole group of kids. I guarantee you, Olivia and the Creepy Crawlies, that's another really cool group. I don't know which one. They're all doing well, as it is. They're reasonably well in the indie scene. And one of them will pop, I think.